Hey guys, a very good evening to all of you. This is Yogendra from. Guys, can you please confirm me if my audio is clear to you and the screen is also visible? So Arnav saying yes, Shiva, Anurag, Janav, Ikram, Nagesh, okay, Ranjit, Arzav, Indra Kumar, Revant, Sahana, Ganesh, Shubham, okay, Ayush, Prashant, okay, a lot of people, Sujata, okay, Namat, Bhagyashri, Nikhila, a lot of people, Avlar, okay, a lot of people, guys. Okay, good. Guys, thank you. Thanks for the confirmation, guys. Okay. And I again, welcome you all, guys. Okay. This is going to be a 1 hour event for today, guys. Okay. This webinar is going to last for 1 hour. And we are going to have a lot of discussions, guys. Okay. And at end of this webinar, guys, I will open up for the question answers, guys. Okay. You can write your question on the chat window and, we will try our best to answer your question, guys. So guys, just a minute. Let me, let me start. So guys, as you can see on my screen, right? This is a webinar regarding a launch of an internship. We call this as batch 20 because, other, internships has been there in the past. So we have some number, a specific number. So this is going to be a batch 20. And this program would be 4 months long. And the theme of this internship program, I would call it as a course come internship program, guys, based on artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, data science, analytics, and cloud. First of all, so this sets the theme that what we are going to talk about. Secondly, guys, as in the last line you can see, right? Because a lot of people were saying, that, how come they can, kind of test it. So we have got, a 1 week free trial, guys. Okay, that is the case. Now, guys, let me start what I'm going to talk about. Okay, so guys, I will talk about that, why you need, you need to be in data science domain, guys. If you are a fresher, if you are a working professional, or if you are working in a non-CSIT kind of a domain. Before I start this, webinar, guys, okay, I have a couple of questions for you guys. So just, say yes and no. How many of you guys are, from outside the India joining this program? Guys, how many of you are? Just say yes if you are out of India, otherwise not needed. Okay, so Janav, Raj Vashisht, Megha, okay, a lot of people. Okay, Kishore, Bhavani. Okay, a lot of people. Bhargav, Rehan, okay. Okay, a lot of people are there. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, then I have a next question for you guys. How many of you are already a working professional? How many of you are already a working professional, working, somewhere you have graduated from your university or college, and then you guys are working? Okay, so a lot of people, Bashir, Arnav, Karthik, Hemant, Vashist. Okay, Sujata saying yes. Okay, Sanchit, Ratnpal, a lot of people. Okay, good to see you guys. At the same time, a lot of people are saying that, I'm a student. I'm still in the college or still in the university. Okay. Yeah, Vajit. Right. Okay. So, guys, a lot of people are saying that I'm in the school, high school as well. Okay. So, guys, let's get started. Okay. Without any further delay, let's get started on this. So, someone is saying I'm in the 8th class or 8th standard. So, guys, first of all, I'm going to, talk about what exactly the Forsk is. Okay. So, guys, Forsk is a startup which was started in 2015, and we are based out of India, obviously. And we have got two business verticals, guys. Okay. One is where we talk about, consulting and development. So we are primarily into, data science, projects, consulting. We work with a lot of clients. We work with a lot of universities as well in their research, collaborations. So that is one thing. And another is, a vertical is with the name Forsk Coding School. That is there. So what exactly the Forsk Coding School? It's an academy, actually. So we have the two, verticals there, guys. And we started in 2015. Who are the founders? If you just want to know about this, I'm just going to share you the LinkedIn profiles over the chat window, guys. We are the two guys who started this in 2015, me, Yogendra, and Dr. Sylvester Fernandez. We have got around, I've got around 15 years of experience in IT industry, working in India, working in China, working in, Japan. Sylvester has got experience of working in India, working in US, right, in European countries as well. And prior to start of this Forsk, we work together in multiple companies. So we have a, long association with each other. And guys, this is the link to both of the profiles. Okay, so if you want to get more details about us, guys, you can follow these links. If you want to know more about the Forsk, guys, okay, here is the link. We were recently covered by Your Story Media, which is India's largest online startup kind of a community or a digital media for startups. So guys, this is the link you can follow. So you will find more details about Forsk there. Now, as I said to you guys, that this internship is going to be based on artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science activities, deep learning. So I just want to give you a quick introduction to these terms, because I know a lot of people, right, you may have heard these terms in the literature, in social media, right, in the books, but sometimes it becomes kind of a mess to understand that what exactly these terms are. So guys, to simplify, I'll just spend a couple of minutes on this, that what exactly you mean by AI and other associate terms. So guys, AI is what? Here, in this particular context, AI stands for artificial intelligence. Any machine, I'm going to define it, guys, right, in a very one-liner kind of a statement. Any machine which behaves like human is an AI machine. Any machine. So when I say machine, it's a kind of a software system. It can be a hardware system. It can be a combination of both, right? So we are talking about this digital world, obviously. So any machine which behaves like human is an AI machine. But as a human, we take hundreds of decisions, right, from morning to the evening. based on time, based on context, based on knowledge we have, right? Based on, surroundings, right? So we take lots of decisions every day, but that machine would be doing only one or two specific tasks, guys. That would be only doing one or two specific tasks. So it's not a complete general replica of the human, but it can do one or two tasks exactly the same way the people do or the humans do, right? So we have, kind of a term. So I would call it as a narrow AI. I will not call it as a general AI, guys, right? Because when you talk about general AI, that means you are completely replicating the human behavior, which is kind of a, is still not, into the picture, guys. It may take some time. So guys, we talk about the narrow AI. Any machine which behaves like human is the AI machine. But now question comes, guys, that how to enable your machine as an AI machine? How come we can enable it? So guys, to enable your machine as an AI machine, you may have couple of strategies and methods and philosophies. The most prevailing philosophy as of now in the a digital world or an IT world is machine learning. So machine learning is the method. Machine learning is the approach to achieve AI. A lot of people use them interchangeably, right? In every discussion, you will find this, right? But they are different actually. So to enable your machine as an AI machine, you can make use of machine learning, but that is not the only way to achieve AI, guys. Okay. But as of now, we will limit our discussion around this only. Okay. So if you have this as an AI world, right, you can enable your machine using ML techniques or using machine learning techniques. Now, guys, if you are using neural network, which is a computation architecture, guys, it's a computation architecture in the computer science world. So if you are using neural network, okay, then you start calling machine learning as a deep learning. So can you see, guys, deep learning is just a subset of ML. When you start calling ML as DL, when you are using neural networks, you start calling that as DL. So can you see, guys, DL is just a subset of machine learning only. So this is how, the relationship occurs, guys, between AI, ML, and DL. Right? Generally, if you are dealing with image kind of a data, if you're dealing with a video kind of a data, if you're dealing with the audio kind of a data, right? If you're dealing with a large text volume of a data, generally people go with deep learning techniques, right? Generally you go with the deep learning techniques, but that doesn't, kind of, guys, puts machine learning into minority. There are still a lot of problems in the IT world, right? A lot of problems given by the clients which can be solved using machine learning techniques only. This is more based on statistics and mathematics, high school mathematics. Okay, so this is how you see the relationship, guys. Guys, can you give me a confirmation, please? Are you clear on these terms now? What exactly the AI is, what the ML is, and what the DL is? A lot of people are saying yes to me. That's good, guys. Good. Okay, right. Now, guys, there are two more terms, then we'll talk about, right? Guys, one more term is data science, and one more term is data analytics, right? So, guys, finding the insights from the data, finding the meaningful information from the data by transforming it or by examining it, right? If you can find out the insights from that data so that it can help improve the business, maybe improving the business, maybe improving the customer experience, right? Maybe minimizing the losses. There can be different scenarios where you can make use of data analytics, right? So, this concept, right, where you find the meaningful information or insights from the data is known as data analytics. And if you are the fresher looking for an entry-level job in data science world or in AI world, you start your job as a analyst only. So some people call it as data analyst, some people call it as business analyst, some people call it as business intelligence. There can be multiple terms, but they represent the same, right? They represents the same thing, guys, right? If you are starting for the first time, right, in this field, most probably you will land your job as a data analyst only. And as you get more experience over the time, you tend to become data scientists. Now, guys, the last term for our discussion is DS, data science, right? It's a very generic term. It's an umbrella term, guys, okay? Whatever you do around data, right? Whether it's analytics, whether it's a machine learning, whether it's a deep learning, whether it's a visualization, right? Whether it is transforming of the data from one format to another format, all thing is data science. All thing is data science. So data science is an umbrella term in this, guys, okay? And this term, data scientist, this term, data scientist, was coined by Indian Dr. D.J. Patil. He was the first chief data scientist in United States under Obama administration. He gave this term, right? He actually coined this term data scientist, saying that data scientist would be, sexiest job of the 21st century. It may be exaggerated, a kind of a statement to make, but yes, there are lots and lots of opportunities in this field, guys. So I hope a kind of terms are clear to you now, so that it will set the context, right, in a kind of a correct light, that what exactly we are talking about, right? If you do not understand these terms, there is no point of talking for 1 hour, 2 hour around these terms, guys. So I hope now a little bit clarity has come to you that what exactly we are talking about. Is that good with you guys? Let me know, please. Okay, a lot of people. Yeah, good to see you, Nishad. So one of the guy, Nishad, is there, who is coming to again. Okay, so now, guys, let me talk about. I'll take your questions and doubts, guys, at end of the session. Don't worry, I will give you the full time, right? I will take each and every question without skipping it. If I skip it, it would be purely unintentional. Okay, so you can ask it again, guys. Okay, so complete time would be given to you, right? Even if you are the last person to take an exit, I'm going to answer it. Don't worry about that. Okay, so guys, now let's talk about the kind of a scenario around data science, AI, machine learning, analytics. Okay, so guys, as of now, data science, AI, cloud-based technologies has become the backbone of the future, guys. Okay, AI is coming in a big way. Actually, it is already there, right? So global machine learning market, guys, global machine learning market is, right, is growing at 44% between 2017 to 2024, guys. The ML market is growing at this, kind of a overwhelming pace, guys. Okay, that is there. Now, AI is going to create 58 million new jobs, guys, new jobs by 2022, guys. And this is not me, right? These are the, these are not the exaggerated numbers. You can, go, right, and you can go on Google and cross-check these numbers, right? This is going to be the kind of a case that is there, right? Now, guys, there is one more statement I want to make, that by 2025, right? By 2025, machines are expected to perform more current work task than humans, right? In 2025, machine would be doing more work as compared to the humans, right? And that means everywhere you will see kind of a robotic process automation. Everywhere you will see a lot of automation coming into the picture, daily mundane work, or kind of a manual activities now are being replaced by automation, where behind the scene ML is being used, behind the scene AI is being used, behind the scene analytics is being used, right? So this assures us, guys, that this field is going to have a bright future. If you want to get into this, probably this is the right time for you guys. Even people who are in their undergraduate school, colleges, who are in the schools, who are working in the industry, a lot of people I have seen, guys, they guys are preparing for kind of preparing so that in future they can tap these opportunities, guys. Okay, one more thing. I would be, this discussion would be very specific to India, what I say now, because I have no data from other, parts of the world. So, if I, just say a couple of numbers to you guys, that what is the average salary of a data scientist. So guys, I'm talking about the data scientist, right? Not the data analyst. So data scientist means a person who has experience of the coding, a person who has some experience of the domain as well, right? Maybe he's working in insurance domain, maybe he's working into a kind of a supply chain management, he's working into education, he's working into clinical trials, right? So he has some kind of a domain expertise. So while writing the code, he understands what should be the workflow to solve the problem, right? So I will call that person as a data scientist. So average salary of a data scientist in India, right, is a 10 lakh per year, guys. This is the number, average number I'm talking about, right? So it can range from 7 lakh to 15 lakh to 20 lakh. So average number is 10 lakh, guys. Okay, where the software engineer average salary, right? Software engineer average salary is 5.4 L per year. These are the two numbers I'm going to share. And I'm not going to comment on anything on these numbers. These numbers are clear-cut numbers, and you can see, right? So that is the case, guys. That shows, that how there is a shortage of the people who are good into the kind of a coding, who are good into computer science fundamentals, right? Who are good into interpersonal skills as well. So I'm talking about non-tech and tech as well, right? So if you are good in certain areas, right, there is a good chance for you guys, right, to take up these opportunities where you can see, and you can start as a data analyst, as I said, right, as a fresher. No one is maybe a startup can give you a fancy title that you are the director of something, but that's not the case, guys. You would be still doing a kind of a data analyst job. That is the case, guys. Now, guys, every business and industry, whether it's a IT industry, whether it's a non-IT industry, whether it's a tech domain, whether it's a non-tech domain, almost every business and industry uses data science, AI, and ML, guys. Okay, so now I'm talking about a couple of domains where AI ML is being used right now. I'm talking about not about the future. So guys, telecom industry is using analytics, AI, and ML. They are using it for predictive maintenance. They are using for lifetime value prediction of a customer. In the financial services, AI and ML is being used heavily now, guys. Portfolio management, fraud detection, anomaly detections, right? Credit scoring, algorithmic trading, right? So financial services are using AI ML at a very deep level, I would say, guys. Okay, you talk about all big four consultancies like KPMG, right? Like Deloitte, like Price Waterhouse Coopers, right? Or Ernst and Young. All of these big four companies are using data science, at a very, very deep level, guys. Very, very deep level. Every decision they make, right, is through AI and ML, right? Obviously, they validate those results before it goes into production, before they start using at all levels, right? It goes through a rigorous testing, but they guys are using it a lot, and that's why there is a good need of the people in these financial services companies as well, guys. Healthcare, the third domain that I talk about, healthcare, right? Detection and diagnosis, treatment recommendation, discovery of the new drugs, right? Everywhere, clinical trials, they guys are using AI and ML, right? So healthcare, a sector is using these new technologies, guys. Okay, education, right? So now in India, these big ed tech companies like Baizu, like Unacademy, right? So all of these companies are using data analytics, right? They use AI, ML, right, to monitor the performance of the participants, right? They manage the performance dashboards using these AI, ML algorithms, right? They perform a lot of learning analytics on the data. So there is a kind of a huge requirement in this sector as well. Travel, right? So whether again India specific, whether it's Make My Trip or Air a BNB, right? They are using AI ML techniques for dynamic pricing. Based on the customer traffic. There might be a surge in the pricing, prediction systems, user experience management, fraud detection, right? Every a kind of a component under the travel sector is using AI ML nowadays, right? Retail, right? Whether it's a e-commerce or a kind of a offline store, right? Price optimization, supply chain planning, optimized route planning for the delivery, right? So this has been the case, guys. Okay, so retail, whether it's a online e-commerce company like Flipkart or like Amazon, okay, or maybe it's a offline like maybe a kind of a DMart kind of a company in India, right? So they guys are using, right? So whether it's a social media company, right? You know that all of these companies make a very a good uses of technology, guys. Okay, technology backed by AI and ML. So a couple of people have said to me regarding the audio. So guys, can you please confirm again, is audio coming good to you guys? Just let me know. Okay, Arnav, Ayush, Akula, Vaishnavi. Okay, a lot of people. Okay, they are saying that voice is clear. Okay, good. Thank you, guys. Yeah. So now, why I'm talking about these sectors, guys, because IT, AI is not limited to tech companies now, right? Even the non-tech companies are hiring people in this domain. We have worked with a gems and jewelry client, guys. Okay, it's a big gems and jewelry a company in e-commerce store. They have e-commerce store in 18 countries, guys. Okay, they have set their own AI team where we supplied around 10 to 15 people to them, right? We gave them the people because we have academy, so obviously we have a lot of requests coming from the clients that, hey, you have do you have the candidates matching our requirements? So that's why I'm telling you guys, we have helped a lot of non-tech companies to set up their own AI teams in the beginning, right? We have trained their managers in the past, right? And they have doing the things on their own. Even the travel segment, guys, we have helped a company in India right? It has around 5,000 employees in the travel space, right? So that is there. Now, even guys, I will not list it down, but even guys, the military, right? Military is the defense. The Indian Defense Services is using, AI, ML, and analytics, and we have, worked, with them recently, where they were analyzing data related to terrorism, right? So I will not, give you the lot a lot many details around that, but we did a visualization analytics for them using Python and dash kind of a library, right? And it was very well appreciated by their research team guys who was doing this, right? Attack team. So this is the case, guys. Okay, now with a one more angle, that why the data science jobs are in demand, guys. Why the data science jobs are in demand. So obviously, now the data that is being generated every day is huge, guys. Okay, because of the social media, right? There is a lot of data being generated, right? A lot of people are sharing, commenting, like, right? A lot of people write the customer reviews on the e-commerce store. You guys must be knowing that almost every year Amazon releases a data set in the public domain, right? Amazon reviews, with the name Amazon reviews, right? So they release that kind of a data every year, right? And there is a shortage of the skilled resources who can make a good use of the data the organizations have, right? They have a huge a stack of a data, huge pile of a data. They have data lakes, in fact, right? But there is a shortage of the skilled resources, right, who can actually play with that data, find the insights, right? So there is there, right? So that is the case. Now, and there are different roles, right, guys? The one a particular scenario in the data science domain is that there are different types of role for people who are good at coding, people who are not at not very good at the coding. Both kind of jobs are available, right? Coding based jobs, non-coding based jobs, right? So that is the case. Now, as I said, right, that within the larger meaning of the data science job, right, there are many sub roles available, right? So I would call it as a data scientist as the one of the most generic, right? Kind of a term. Then if you are a senior guy who has played a lot with the data, you will become a data architect, right? Or BI engineer, business intelligence, that can be one of the title, right? Business analyst, right? That can be one of the title. Okay, data engineer, that can be one of the one of the kind of a title. There is a big company in Bangalore, guys, that, right? It's a very kind of a one of the leading company in analytics, Mu Sigma, right? So there is a new title. Recently I was going through their website, their career page. So now they call they call their people as decision scientist. Can you believe kind of the term they have used, right? Decision scientist. Although the job remains the same, although the role is the same, right? So decision scientist, right? That is the one term they have coined, right? Or a data engineer. So or a data analyst, right? Or it can be like, or analytics manager, right? So there can be a different kind of, this is there, right? So I don't know if that may be the case. Now, guys, Forsk Coding School or Forsk Academy is filling this gap that I told you, right? That you are here and jobs are here, guys. You are here, right? You are standing here and job is here, right? What kind of path can be there for you? So one path I can talk about is like a kind of a non coder where you have no idea regarding the coding, right? So maybe, you can make use of tools like, Power BI or Tableau. These are the tools for performing analytics and visualization. So what do you mean by visualization, guys? Showing your data in a graphical format, right? Showing your data, whatever data you have, showing that into a graphical format. Two-dimensional data, three-dimensional data, right? A scatter plot, a pie chart, a bar chart, column chart, box plots, violin plot. A lot of visualization techniques are there, right? So that you can show the data in a correct context, right? So these are the two tools you can learn and build projects around them, right? Then it can be a role for you. Other, which is like most more popular, then for that, guys, you have to be good at coding. And as of now, guys, the language which is the most popular one for data science roles is Python, right? Obviously. And Python is a general programming language, right? A lot of people compare this with R, right? So a lot of people compare this, but R is very specific to analytics, guys. For data science projects, R is very specific, but Python can be used for web development activities as well. Python can be used for automation as well. Python can be used for data science projects as well. So it's a more general purpose programming language. It can work as a functional programming language as well, right? That's why people are more on the Python. And you guys must be knowing that in 2019, Stack Overflow survey put Python as the #1 programming language, right? They did a survey around the globe, talking to the developers, asking their choice of the language, and the Python was the first language on that list, guys. Okay, that was the case. Now, guys, along with the coding, you must be having that knowledge around AI, ML, DL. And for that purpose, guys, you must be familiar with the packages in Python, like pandas, like like scikit-learn, like keras, right? Like NumPy, like matplotlib. So these are all packages, guys. For analytics, people use pandas. For machine learning, people use scikit-learn. For deep learning, people use keras or TensorFlow or PyTorch, right? For mathematical computation or large data, to make it fast, people use NumPy, which is numerical Python, right? For visualization purpose, people use matplotlib, or a kind of there is kind of Seaborn and other libraries as well for the visualization, right? So that is the case, guys. Okay, now, guys, just mentioning these skills is not enough. If you just say that I know pandas, if you say I know Python, if you just say I know scikit-learn in your resume, nobody is going to listen to you. Actually, that is very fact. If you just say that I am good into Python, I'm good into NumPy, I'm good into OpenCV, or I'm good into this, nobody is going to hear you. The only section of your resume that will kind of get a weightage is your project work, guys. What projects you have done as a fresher, as a working professional, it doesn't matter what you have done, right? If you are claiming, right, to become a kind of that you are interested in data science, if you want to prove your claim, right, if you want to strengthen your claim, you have to have the projects, guys, in your kitty, right? These projects can be from ML domain. These projects can be from DL domain. These projects can be from NLP domain, right? From anywhere, right? The project should be there, and this code should be available on GitHub, guys. The project code should be available on the GitHub. So Forsk Coding School is basically filling this gap by preparing a skilled workforce, right? Connecting them to our partner companies for internships, for jobs and career change, right? And that's why, guys, to meet out this requirement, to help people, right, to prepare people to get the jobs in this domain, right, we have designed a 4 months, long course come internship program, guys. It is going to be a 4 months, long course come internship program, guys. Okay. So far, just to share the numbers, guys, right? Because, we design almost every course on a internship pattern, right? That would be there, right? So that is going to be case, right? So there is a very little kind of a theoretical discussion, guys. It's more towards the practical approach. You learn by doing, guys. Okay, so there are projects which are industry grade projects, right? There are many projects. So so far around 500 plus people have joined these programs, or these kind of programs, right? Students, professionals, right? I know people from Qualcomm, people from Amazon, people from Infosys, people from Accenture, people from Capgemini, people from Germany, people from Latin America, people from Sri Lanka, right? People from Bhutan, or people from Bangladesh, right? People join these programs, right, across the globe, right? So that is the case. Now, guys, if I talk about little details of this 4 months program, guys, I will call it as a job readiness program, guys. If I give you the details of this program, guys, right? So as I said, guys, duration is 4 months. Okay. In terms of efforts required, right? Efforts required, 2 hours per day. That is going to be the average time you have to give, guys. That means around 10 hours every week. That is the time you have to spend, guys. Okay. Now, guys, what we are going to cover, kind of a coverage of this. So guys, we are going to cover Python into this, advanced Python into this, right? Analytics into this, right? Machine learning into this, deep learning into this. Obviously, we cannot forget statistics, right? The high school mathematics and other details, right? SQL, structured query language, a very, very, a kind of a high requirement, and then, guys, NLP techniques, natural language, processing. Sometimes we have seen, guys, that you build the project in machine learning, you build the project in AI, but there is no user interface to it. It just works on the command line, guys, but there is no UI, around that. So we also talk about that, how to build a UI application for machine learning projects. That means how to wrap your project with a UI, a nice UI. It would be a web UI, guys, web interface, not a desktop or kind of a mobile application. It is going to be a web interface, and for that, we make use of a library called Dash in Python, right? So that is the case, okay? And along with that, guys, we talk about interview preparations, how to prepare for the interview, okay? And how to, write your resume as well. So these are the, highlights of the coverage we do, guys, during the 4 months. Now, guys, even the database is also there, guys. We would be making use of SQLite 3, right? A relational database, the database that is being used by your devices, smartphones, right? Your contact book is saved in SQLite 3, if you know that. Okay. And finally, we are going to put all of these projects on cloud as well. So we would be making use of AWS Cloud as well. Now, guys, question, this is the coverage. What exactly, you do during this 4 months program, guys. So you would be working on 5 major projects. 5 major projects. What are these projects, major projects? One would be, related to analytics and visualization. One would be related to computer vision. One would be related to time series analysis. One would be related to NLP, and one would be related to building a recommendation engine, guys. The recommendation. These are the 5 major projects. Along with that, you will have the 40 mini projects. Code challenge, we call them as code challenge, guys. Okay, that is going to be the case. Okay, NLP stands for natural language processing. So Google Home or Alexa or Siri, all of these work on the NLP techniques. Actually, Google Translation also uses NLP. Okay, that is going to be the case. Now, guys, the first week of this program, as I repeat, guys, the first week of this program is completely free to join. The first week is completely free to join, guys. Okay. And once you join, join this program, right? You finally make up your mind that yes, I want to continue. Guys, we onboard you on our messaging platform called Slack. We will onboard you on our Slack channel. So anytime you can raise your query, raise your concerns, ask your doubt, and there would be a team available, right, to help you out and immediately, send you a response, guys. Okay. All the recordings, right, would be available on the drive. All the recordings, right? Even we have prepared the video solution of the code challenges. Not even the projects, we have prepared the video solutions of the code challenges that would be you would be working, right? So in the code challenge, guys, you would have the code challenges from the basic Python, you will have the code challenges from advanced Python, you will have the code challenges, right, on machine learning, code challenges on analytics, code challenges on deep learning, code challenges on NLP, code challenges on databases, code challenge and all statistics, right? So that would be there, guys. Okay, that is the case. Now, guys, one more thing, this is very important for you guys. As I said that this program is going to be a self-paced program. All the recordings would be made available to you. Okay. But guys, just to reinforce the discipline in interested candidates, what additional feature we are giving, right, for the first week is that what we will do, guys, we want you to continue till the end of the week. I'm talking about the first free week, guys, right? We want you to continue till end of the week and reinforce that every day you follow, the video, right? You watch the video. So what we are going to do, guys, we are going to live stream the scheduled content every day at 7:30. Although it would be a pre-recorded content, but we are going to make it live, right? Every day at 7:30, right? On Zoom, guys. So what it will do, guys, it will basically bring a kind of a motivation to attend the session on time, right? It brings a discipline to you, right? It like you can think like joining a live session, guys. Okay. Although it would be telecasted as a recorded content, but this is going to really help you guys to manage your time in a better way. Although the recordings would be available on the drive as well, guys. They would be available on this, right? Additionally, you're going to get the internship letter, the letter of recommendation, certificate of completion as well, right? And obviously the job and internship session. Now, guys, if you want to register for the first week, right? If you want to register, right, so that you can take the trial for the first week, here is the link that you have to fill, guys. Okay, I'm just going to share the link, guys. Please register yourself. It's a free registration, obviously, right? Please register yourself. Just give few details. And once we get your entry, once we get your registration, we will share the first week content with you. And obviously, every day, 7:30, there is a live session as well, right? We are going to telecast a pre-recorded content as per the schedule. What Mondays, what Tuesdays. Now, guys, let me give you a week-wise schedule as well, guys. Let me give you a week-wise schedule as well. So guys, this is going to be the week-wise schedule. Guys, I have shared with you on the chat window that you can see, guys, right? Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week-wise schedule has been given to you. Okay, now guys, a lot of people are asking me regarding the fees. Once they see the first week as a free, once the trial is over, and if they want to continue, what is the fees? Guys, the discounted fee, right, that we are offering, for the attendees of this webinar. So guys, fee is, just 6,000 INR. If you are a Indian, if you're Indian, okay, or kind of studying in Indian university, right? This is the price. And if you are an international, candidate, then the fee is, 200 students. So this is for Indian, candidates, guys, and this is the international students. You have to pay this once you complete your first free week and you are interested to continue, guys. Okay, so registration as of now to get the access to first week is completely free, guys. Still, if you have a kind of a question, you want to talk to our counselor, or you want to write us on the email, or you want to reach out to over WhatsApp, guys, these are the details I have, right? So now Rehan is asking me that, can I start course after class 12th itself? My mathematics is strong. Rehan, in our program, we have the people from 9th standard, people from the 11th standard. I still remember a person with the name Ishan Bhatt. Okay, he is in Bangalore and he is a 11th class student. He is going through this kind of an internship and he's a very, very active guy. Okay, and keeps asking, keeps on asking a lot of questions. That's why I still remember his name. So that's not the point. If you are in the class 12th, very well, you can go and join this. No issues around that, guys. Okay, that is there. Now, Harjeet Chaudhary is asking me that, is this program suitable for the beginner? Harjeet, this program will start from the scratch. So if you are a beginner, this is going to be a completely fit program for you. Okay, because we are going to start right from the beginning only. So we'll work on the fundamentals, and that's why you can see the schedule, right? Weekly schedule that in the first week we are focused on the Python, and then there is there. So Gokul D is saying, sir, I'm in the 12th. Can I join? Yes, Gokul. You can join if you have a kind of an interest in the coding. So just evaluate on that front, that being a school student, is the coding interesting to you? If that is the case, then you can definitely join, right? Now, Praveen Kumar Akula is saying, is data structures and algorithm important to learn? So Praveen, right, whether you are going into a mobile application development domain, you want to become a mobile app developer, you want to become a web developer, you want to become a backend developer, you want to become a data science, right? As a fresher, now it's good to have a good hold on the data structures and algorithms, right? And basic computer science fundamentals like operating system, OOPS. These are the kind of a bare minimum requirement for any kind of a role in the computer science world or in IT world, right? Forget about AI, ML, right? So you have to have a kind of a basic understanding of the data structures, right? Operating system, object-oriented programming concepts. So a kind of the primary requirement, I would say. Divyans is saying, sir, I'm in class 10th. Can I? Let's go for a free trial, Divyans. If you like it, you can continue, right? Ayush is saying, I'm in 8th class. Can I? Ayush, the same suggestion for you. Just join the first week because that's free. And if you like it, if you find yourself, right, kind of a a good fit for that, just continue with that. Shiv Kumar is saying, sir, I'm pursuing BTech. Should I join it? So if you are a second year student, if you're a third year student, right, or a final year student as well, preparing for the placements, right? Now, almost every company has a coding exam, right? And because of future jobs would be the remote jobs, in the recent, all of the companies has done the onboarding completely remote, right? And even they are testing the freshers through the online coding exams, right? And during the interviews, they only talk about the projects, right? So it's a good strategy, right? That you should work on the project shift, right? Whether you are a second year, third year, or final year candidate, you can make use of HackerRank, you can make use of CodeChef, Code Forces, or Lead Code. There are lots of other sites available, where you can prepare for the placements as well. And in the projects, you can show these projects that you have done a project on analytics, you have done a project on this, right? So just prepare on, for online coding exams, you can prepare on Lead Code, right? You can prepare yourself on CodeChef or Code Forces, right? There are lots of, HackerRank, HackerEarth, a lot of, sites are available to help you out, to better prepare. Now, Rustam Sahan is saying, can I get a placement after the course? If you are devoting a good time, Rustam, right? You are doing the projects very religiously, right? Definitely, I can assure you, right? We are going to help you out in the placements as well, right? So, preparing for the interview, right? Knocking on the right opportunities is also one of the strategy. So definitely, it is really going to, I can't give you the guarantee, that's, but it is really going to help you. Let me share one, a screenshot with you guys. We are we are using Slack as a channel to communicate with our participants, right? And recently, right, this is only Tuesday, 27th July. Can you see, guys? There is a girl who is working with a company, and what she says to me, sir, thank you. I'm saying this because I started as a person who does not know anything about data science, and today I'm able to understand articles. Also, I'm able to help with algorithm changes at the organization. Can you see, guys? So this is what, she is actually, saying, right? So this is something, right? People keep on asking the questions, right? Can you see, guys? We have one internship which we call as 100 days, right? And people are, sharing their status there, right? What they have done, right? What kind of problems they are, right? And then there is a team, replying to their queries. Can you see, guys? We are using Slack, right? It's a very good platform, right? To, and they, can you see, guys? A lot of people are, saying that what they have done, what code challenge they have complete, what project they have done, right? So this is how they have to update, right? And that gives you a good engagement with the Forsk team as well. This is not something which you are doing standalone, right? If you join a course on Udemy, right, no one is there to kind of, ask you that what you are doing. Once you enroll, nobody is going to, just talk to you, right? Or what you have done, have you left in between, right? But we guys are there behind you, right? You enroll and then we are behind you. We're not going to leave you, right? So that is the case, guys. Harjeet Chaudhary is saying, will it be beneficial for actuaries? It may be, because we are going to include statistics as well, Harjeet, right? And that is something, right, which is closely related. So I would say yes, to this. So that is the case. Now, yeah, ASD, you are right. I'm not sure what full name is. Okay, but if you are from South Asian country, let's say Pakistan, Asad, I'm not sure what your exact name or full name is. So you can talk to our counselor over the WhatsApp regarding this issue. Okay, and they are going to help you out. Tejaswi, not, just you can take a trial of the complete 1 week. Okay, and if you want to continue, then you enroll. Otherwise, we can only say good luck to you. Tejaswi, right? So Kulkarni is saying, is ML necessary after learning AI? Kulkarni, they are related, right? ML is one way to achieve AI. So if you are learning ML, you are learning AI actually, right? That is the case. Yeah, Shiva, if you complete the internship, 4 months internship, you're going to get the letter of internship, certificate of completion, letter of recommendation as well, right? You will get all the documentations, right? Yeah, Utkarsh, you can do so, no issues, right? So guys, I have just shared the link with you, guys, okay? So just, fill the form, guys, register yourself to get the access to the 1 week free content. Okay, so guys, this is the link, right? Let me take the other questions, guys. Okay, there. Let me take the questions, guys. I'm going to take the questions, guys. Okay. Okay, the next question is coming from Shivesh Baranwal. Sir, what are the coding languages we are going to learn? So we are going to learn Python as a coding language, Shivesh. Right? This program is entirely based on Python. So SK is asking me, sir, which would be better, BTech in AI data science or MSc in data science? I think it depends from what college you are doing or what university you are doing. But if there are 2 colleges with the same reputation, then I would advise you to go for BTech in AI and data science. But if your college is good, even going for the MSc in data science is not a bad choice. It would be a good choice if your college has a reputation, it has a connect with the industry, right? Then so take the decision by evaluating all of the scenarios, SK, right? Shiva is saying, any recognized certificate provided after completion? Yes, you can use that for job searching. Al-Mahid Sheikh is saying, what about other languages like Java, C, C++? For data science projects, Python is the first choice. We are going with that only. Arnav is saying, sir, are these projects the real world projects? They would be very close to the real world. They have been taken, right, from the consultancy experience, right, from the development experience, Arnav. So they are very close, right? They closely mimic the real project development life cycle. That is the case. Yeah, Rehan, we are going to provide you the certificate after the internship, right? Vivek Paul is saying, sir, I'm 11th standard and I want to know what you will teach in first week. So if I show you that part, so let me show you, Vivek, although I have given you a weekly idea, okay, but I have a day-wise plan as well for you. I'm not going to share with you, although, but I can show you here, right? So can you see, Vivek, right? Guys, can you see that, right? This is the first week. And what we are going to talk about, the basic Python, intermediate Python, regular expressions, right? Code challenges, right? What kind of code challenges you would be doing? Can you see, guys? Shopping list, number game, Simpsons phone book, postal code UK and Germany, right? So this is how you will see. Vivek, are you clear now what we are going to learn? Starting from the basic Python, going up to regular expression, they are very important for data science projects. Ravinder Khawal is saying, sir, I am started my learning in data structures in C. So Python has own algorithm and data structure. Data structure remains same everywhere, whether it's a Python implementation or C, the basic concept of the data structure remains the same. How you will handle the list, how you will handle the stack, how you will handle the queue, how you will handle the tree, how you will perform the binary search. all of these things. So concepts remains the same, only the syntax keeps on changing from language to language. Okay. Yes, Shiva, you are going to learn the full Python concepts here. Don't worry, right? Rehan, it is good to have a tablet or a PC. If you are using a tablet or a smartphone, then it is not really going to help you. No, you need to have a laptop or a PC. Otherwise, I would advise not to join this program, because you will get a disappointment, because you will not be able to do the development. You will not be able to do the project, Rehan. So no point in doing that, right? That is the case. Dhanushya is saying, can I able to see a video 2 or more times? Yes, why not, Dhanushya? You have the complete access. Anytime you can go and see, right? Then, guys, okay. Sanchit is saying, if we are not good in mathematics but have the knowledge about coding, then it would be better to join. Yes, Sanchit, we just need the concepts in mathematics. It is not a mathematics of a PhD level or something, right? Basic concepts in mathematics are clear, then you are good to go. No issues, right? Because you are not into research. You are going to solve the client problems. So once you become good at problem solving, not a big deal, right? If you're good in coding, you can very well, do that. Okay, so Gokul is saying, sir, can we get any discount and fee by referring? Talk to our counselor, Gokul. That I can, Asad is saying, can I jump direct on project because I have learned almost all things? You can, Asad, but you will have to wait in the beginning, because in the beginning only you will get all the code challenges and all the related videos, and after a month we can open the projects to you, Asad. Okay. Shivesh Varanwal is saying, what coding language we are going to learn? Python is there, right? That is there. Ranis is saying, I'm from Nepal. Is my fee also 200 USD? Because for me, 6,000 INR would be easy than 200 USD. Ranis, just talk to our counselor, right? Just before you take any final call regarding this, please talk to our counselor. He's going to help you. Don't worry. Okay. Karak, as it's a self-paced course, you can watch the videos anytime, right? But for the first week, we are going to, telecast, the recording at 7:30, right? That is there. Galaxy on Max is saying, is this need a laptop? Yes, it will need a laptop. You can't do it on your mobile. Yashina, it is going to cover advanced topics in Python as well. Namat Ali is saying, why Python is important? Because almost every company is now looking for Python developers, because Python is being used in data science projects. Python is being used in automation projects. Python is used in testing projects. Python is used in, a web development. So that is there. Now, Nishtha Malhotra is saying, sir, I have a master's in biotech. I have studied mathematics only up to class 10th. Can I still enroll in this course? Definitely. And this is the kind of a case. We have seen so many people coming from non-tech background, Nishtha, right? People coming from finance, doing kind of a commerce side. People coming from biotech, people coming from life sciences, people even coming from arts, people coming from a kind of MBA background, right? Because being a biotech student, if you learn additional things, that how to do a research on the data, how to analyze the data. Probably it can be, it can really help you to get into a job where you are working as a researcher, right? And even if you're a researcher in biotech, you will need to use the tools, or you will need to make use of Python as a coding, right? To visualize something or to perform some testing, right? Or to kind of analyze the results that you generate. So definitely, it can really add a value to your skills, or to your a kind of profile, right? That is there. Anurag is saying, sir, is that necessary? We have a good machine for AI, or can we use free cloud? You can use a free cloud, but good to have 4 GB minimum RAM, right? If you have a 8 GB RAM, that is perfect. But if you have a 4 GB, minimum 4 GB is required. So Bhavya is saying that would it be only pre-recorded session, or you will take live session? So every week we are going to be live every Thursday, Bhavya. Okay. In the schedule, it would be shared with you. So every week we are going to have the live session where you can ask your questions and queries and doubts and discuss regarding your concerns. So we are going to have a live session as well every week. That would be probably mostly on the every Thursday. Rayan is saying, what about the language R? We are not going to cover R into this. R is also being used, but as of now, Python is the most popular. Yes, F, course and internship would be done simultaneously. Krishna, okay. Krishna is saying, sir, now I am studying in 11th after 12th. Which course would be useful for me to learn ethical hacking? I'm not into ethical hacking, Krishna. And definitely I can tell you that this course is not for you if you're looking for ethical hacking as a career, okay? It is not for you then. Ekta Singh is saying, sir, I have a 4-year gap after BTech, that's 2 in mechanical. Would this course going to help? Ekta, if you have a 4-year gap, and that is a kind of a normal scenario with the Indian women, particularly in our society, they take a break after marriage, or something like that, after
Guys, please hold on. I think so. There is some audio issue.
guys, I'm sorry, I lost the connection. I'm back. Let me set up the screen again, guys. Okay, just a minute. Hold on, guys. Just let me set up, guys. Okay. Let me get back to the next question, guys. Just hold on. Just hold on, guys. Okay, I'll just. So now SK is asking me, sir, many companies are asking to know about Julia language. Is it mandatory for our generation? It is not mandatory as of now. Maybe after 2 years or 3 years, Julia may be in the fashion, SK, that is there. Ranis is saying, are we covering pandas, NumPy, and matplotlib as well? Yes, Ranis, in a very detail, actually. Pandas, NumPy, matplotlib, because these are the tools for performing data analytics, obviously, right? So we are going to use that. So Yogeshwar Rai is saying, sir, please share the link where I can see the recorded video. I joined a little bit late. So Yogeshwar, you can just, kind of register yourself on this given link I'm just sharing. And once we get your details, we will share the link with you. Don't worry, okay? Shivesh is saying, is it important to know maths and physics to learn ML and AI? Just high school mathematics, linear algebra, simple mathematical concepts, right? And that's it. Physics is nowhere required, Shivesh. Okay. Bhushan is saying, can I apply for ML engineer after completing this course? Definitely, Bhushan, definitely. Galaxy on Max is saying, I'm scared from AI. Is it will take all coding jobs? Not exactly, Galaxy, right? It's still how you pre-process the data, how you perform the feature engineering, right? Algorithms can be automated, and they are already automated because of the AutoML and other, packages. But, every project is a different project, right? So how you approach, right? How you understand the data, how you pre-process the data, that is something which cannot be automated easily. So, in that way, there is no point in, getting scared that AI is going to take your job. That's not the case. Right? So that is there. Yeah, Yashina, you can do that. Okay. Saf, the name is Forsk Technologies, Yeah, Sheikh, you can do that. Alamit, you can do that. If you have an education gap, and if you take this internship, you can say that you are working as an intern or you have worked as an intern, right? But if you have a gap after the college, still you would be considered as a fresher. That is there. Arnav, you would be learning from the scratch only. Okay. Collecting the data, scrapping it, all things are there. Okay, let me see the. Ranis is saying, for UI part, are there Flask and Django? We are using Dash, Ranis. We are using Dash. So Dash behind the scene uses Flask. Okay, we are going to use Dash, and that will use Flask. Now, Kavya sir, will you show us how to install Python Ide, or else we should install before the training? All those instructions are part of the training program or internship program, Kavya. You don't have to worry about anything, right? Once you start, with the videos, or once you start with the, coding part, you will get to know all the details. So as a pre-setup, nothing required. Devyan CH, maybe Chaudhary, is saying, sir, what about 10th class students? So like, if you have a basic idea around Python, or you want to learn Python, Devyansh, then you can. If you have no interest in coding or like getting into IT job, then probably you can skip it. Not for you in that case, right? So maybe you can talk to your parents, or you can talk to our counselor as well, right? He or she is going to, guide you on that. So guys, that is the case. Did I share the counselor details with you guys, right? I think I have already done it, but let me reshare them again, right? Yeah, Lokesh. right? Because that helps you to solve the problems in a better way, right? Lokesh, do you get this point, right? And that's why I told you that you can go to Lead Code, or these are the sites available, right, that can really help you in that domain. Problem solving skills, right? Guys, if any one of you had a question and I did not answer that, guys, can you please give that question to me now? Maybe I could skip it, or probably I was not able to see that. So guys, if you have any question now, right, definitely Lokesh, the problem solving is required for product companies, right? You have to be very good at coding, you have to be very good at data structures, you have to be very good at projects in your resume. So guys, is anybody left? So Ranis, as I said, yeah, definitely you are right regarding your local time. So what time I'm talking about, 7:30 p.m. is IST, Ranis, okay? As the entire content is self-paced, but for the discipline, right, for the first week, we are going to re-telecast the content every day at 7:30. Devyans, in that case, you can do that. If you have recently completed the basic Python course, you can do that. Yeah, should be. There would be, right? Yeah, Ranis, for 1 hour, around 1 hour, right? Sometime it can close by within 50 minutes, or sometime it may extend beyond 1 hour as well. Shivesh, only the maths, not physics. But not at the PhD level. So now there is a question, what would be the average salary of a fresher after doing this course? So it depends on the candidate as well, and it depends on the company as well, right? If you're joining a startup, right, they may not give you a very high package, but they will give you a very good kind of a job, very good kind of a work, the kind of projects you would be doing, right? And if you are in a kind of a funded startup or in a mid-cap company, then definitely your salary would be very, very good, right? So it depends from company to company as well, right? So as a monthly salary, it can go from 10,000 as well in a startup, or it can go up to 40,000 as well, as a fresher, So it depends, right? Up to 12th class maths, up to 12th class math is enough to understand all the concepts behind AI and ML. Up to 12th. Guys, any other question, please? You can ask the question now. If your question was not answered earlier. Sai is saying, don't we have non-coding roles in product companies? You may have non-coding roles in product companies. Sai, as I said, right, if you want to go that way, then just prepare yourself in Power BI domain or Tableau, domain. These are tools for you, Sai. They are for non-coders. They are the tools, drag and drop kind of tools, and you can use them for analytics roles, or data visualization roles, right? That is there. Shivesh is saying, sir, what are the companies where we got placements? So Shivesh, most of the time these are the startup companies, right? They have a very good work to offer. Maybe the compensation may not be that high, but let me share one story with you, right? In that regard, let me share one story with you guys, okay? So recently, we came across an experience, right? So there is a very good university in Jaipur, okay? there were a couple of people joining our internship program, guys. So all of them became very good at coding, did a couple of projects as well in analytics and machine learning, right? Now, guys, all of them, let's take about like these 5 students, all of them appeared for the placements in their university, right? And all of them got placed in companies like Accenture, Capgemini, right? And, other, companies, mostly service-based companies, right? And then one of the guy, right, came to us that I don't want to join these companies, although I have got a placement, right? And they are offering me a package of, average package in these companies around 3L, right? Average package is around 3L. So he says that I don't want to join those companies, right? What I can do, right? So we told him that, okay, in that case, you can go and join a startup company. So he joined one of our partner company, right? Their head office is in Tokyo, and the guys are working right now remotely. So entire job is now remotely. So that guy joins them. Not a very big kind of a salary, but the job was into AI, computer vision, and all that, right? So job was very good. So he spent there around 1.5 years, right? And now he has got a job in the Bangalore, guys, and the package now is 7 lakh per year, right? So Shivesh, can you see that the story, the flow? These 4 people are still working in Accenture, Capgemini, but they are not into data science roles. Maybe in future they can get, right? But the way, this is the way probably, if you want to quickly get into data science roles, this can be one of the approach, guys. Lokesh, it depends, from company to company, what kind of recruitment process they have, right? Even getting into a startup is not easy, right? Because they will really check your skills in terms of projects and coding. But sometimes MNC may hire you based on your, a communication or personality as well. They may not look very, they may not look into your technical skills too much, right? Because they need all kind of people, so they can prepare you for, non-developer job roles in the future. So in that way, getting into MNC can be easy as compared to a startup. So it depends from context to context. Lokesh. Any other question, guys? Guys, before we leave and close on this, guys, would you like to share a feedback regarding this session? Any kind of a feedback, right? What has been your kind of a feeling while going through this session, guys, right? Any suggestion, comment, feedback, we are open for that, so that we can improve the future sessions, right? So Rustam is saying it was a good experience for me, right? Ari Katla Raja Manik Kanteshwar is saying, after completing this internship sincerely, where we will be standing in terms of coding level, like expert or moderate? It would be, somewhere between moderate and advanced or expert. It would not be a completely expert, but it would be better than intermediate. Kanteshwar. Arnav is saying, amazing workshops, are really looking forward for week trial. Shivesh is saying it was awesome and memorable session. Ayush says, awesome session. Kanteshwar, did I answer your question? Manjula, do you have any questions? Milind? Francisco Palma, from where you come? Like where you come from, Francis? Francis says it was an amazing presentation. Keep on it. Okay, Kanteshwar. So Francisco Palma is from El Salvador. Okay, so there was a candidate, John Navarrete, from Ecuador, I think he was from Ecuador. Is that close to you? I'm not very good into geography. Probably you are from different, a continent. Okay, not that close, but in the same continent. Okay, good. So you speak Spanish, huh? Yeah. Okay, then. So I hope you have registered for the program, and then we'll share the a 1 week free trial content with you, Francisco. Okay. Post that, you can take your decision if you want to continue or not. Okay. So guys, have you registered for the program? In case you have missed that link, here's a link coming to you. That would be the last for today, guys, and then we are going to close. So guys, that's it for today from my side. Still, if you have any question, you can reach out to our counselor. I have shared all the details with you guys, right? And if you have a question right now, you can ask that right now. I'll answer it, right? I'll just wait for 2 more minutes and then we are going to close it down. So guys, thank you for attending the session and coming from various parts of the world, right? And joining us, guys. Okay, I hope this was a good and, a kind of interesting session for you. And good luck from our side to all of the participants, guys. Okay, and we look forward to see you right in the next week as well. Saif Ali Khan has a question. Do you help me in getting placed in companies? If yes, what are the companies who come for placement? Saif, I think it would be better that you talk to our counselor, so they will have a detailed discussion with you, so they can give you a clear kind of a guidance around that, Saif, right? So I've shared the details with you, right? Manikanteshwar is saying, thank you very much, sir. It's an amazing session. I will see you again in next session. Yeah, thank you. So guys, we are closing now. Yeah, Chef, thank you. Chef says it was a good session. So guys, see you again. And till then, take care. Bye-bye. And good night. And good afternoon, maybe, if you are in the eastern part of the world.